back to a brand new video. Today we're doing MLB player props here on PrizePicks. Before I get started though, there is a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks. PrizePicks will match 100% of your first deposit. Also, there's a free Discord link and Patreon link in the description of this video as well. But let's get into it, you guys. 3 total player props that I like on the MLB slate today. We do have a pretty full slate. I believe all 15 teams are playing, so obviously there's a ton of player props to choose from. Before I get started, also, I'm not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice. These are just the plays I'm personally looking at making. It's important to mix and match these and tail lightly. But let's get into it. 3 total player props that I like. Let's go. So the first prop that I like is going to be Braxton Garrett at 4.5 Ks. I like the over here on this one. Honestly, when I looked at the board, I'm surprised this was at 4.5 Ks. In my opinion, Braxton Garrett coming off 2 games back-to-back where he had 11 strikeouts and 7 strikeouts in 6 innings of work. Both those games against the Pittsburgh Pirates, who obviously don't hit lefties well at all. But he's been pretty good this season, right? 2-3, 3.42 ERA, 47 Ks. Obviously didn't start pitching until the beginning of June, so missed pretty much the first 2 months of baseball. But let's see how many times he's hit at least 5 strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times in, what is this, probably 9 starts. So he's hit the 6 of 9. And he is facing the Cincinnati Reds, I believe. And you can see here the Reds against left-handed pitchers right here, top 10 in baseball, or I guess bottom 10 in baseball, 23.4% K rate against left-handers. Braxton Garrett, I think, really starting to hit his stride right now as a pitcher, getting these outs early, pitching aggressive early into games, which is going to help him obviously pitch maybe at least 5 to 6 innings today. But I like the over here on this one a lot at 4.5. I think pretty low here. I thought this would be at least 5. This is a good chance this maybe could still bump. It's a 3:40 p.m. game, so make sure you guys keep an eye on this one. But I like Braxton Garrett here over 4.5 strikeouts against the Cincinnati Reds. Again, left-handed pitcher, Reds bottom 10 team in baseball against striking out against lefties. And Braxton Garrett coming off 2 games back-to-back with 7 strikeouts and 11 strikeouts. Both those games against the Pirates. The next prop is going to be a pitcher fantasy score. Now, this one, early on, I was a little wary of it, but I like it. It's going to be Lucas Giolito over 26.5 fantasy score. Facing the Colorado Rockies. This game is at noon, so this game is about 4 hours from the time of this video coming out. But I like Lucas Giolito here. Kind of 26.5 is rather low, right? Lucas Giolito not having the greatest season, right? 5.12 ERA, 6-6 on the year. And I think it's so low because his last outing was so horrendous. 3 innings, 9 hits, 6 earned runs. Against the Cleveland Indians, gave up a home run, only had 2 strikeouts, and only threw 64 pitches. But if you take a look at like this game here, 6 innings of work, no earned runs, and 5 Ks, that's clearly over 26.5 fantasy points. This one too down here, 6 innings of work, 1 earned run, 7 Ks. That's clearly over as well. And he's got multiple games this season where, 26.5 fantasy points over is pretty evident. That's going to happen for a pitcher like Lucas Giolito. He is a right-handed pitcher, and he is facing the Colorado Rockies tonight. And if we take a look here at this against righties, Colorado kind of middle of the pack. They do hit 249 against right-handers. The slugging percentage is somewhere down here, 388 slugging percentage, so kind of lower half of baseball slugging percentage. And strikeout rate is about on the lower half, 21.3% of the time they do strike out. But I just think too low here for Lucas Giolito, 26.5. I think he does bounce back tonight, or today actually, against Colorado. 27. Again, if you aren't familiar with how the scoring breakdown works, right, for pitchers fantasy score, so a win is 6 points. If they get the win, for a quality start is 6 innings of work with less than 3 earned runs, and that's 4 points. But just off Ks alone and outs, right? So say Luke Sheila let's say he has 5 strikeouts tonight. That's 15 points. And let's say he pitches 4 innings. Or let's say he pitches 4 innings, right? That's going to be what is that? 16, or that's going to be 12 points. Right, so 12 plus 15 is 29. Say he gives it 1 earned run, it's 26 right there. So just so you guys know, there's a lot of variations here for Lucas Giolito to get over 26.5 points. I mean, if you take into consideration his fantasy score being at 26.5, pitchers like Yu Darvish is at 41.5.
Christian Javier's at 38.5. Logan Webb's at 35. You know, so it's kind of low for a pitcher like Lucas Giolito in my opinion. So I'm taking the over here on that one. And then the last play is going to be a total bases, and it is going to be Mookie Betts over 1.5 total bases against Washington. Now, the pitcher props and the props here for this Nationals Dodgers games, I'm finding super interesting because Patrick Corbin is pitching and Andrew Heaney is pitching. Now, Andrew Heaney has been fantastic this season, but he's been injured. This is his first time he's pitching in like 2-3 months, maybe 2 months. But Patrick Corbin just gets raked in general. His ERA is like at 7. He's like 5-11 on the year. And Mookie Betts hits left-handers really well. Right, versus lefties, he's hitting 315. Versus righties, 245. So it's 315 against lefties, and he's been hitting the ball since the All-Star break. I mean, he's hitting 259, but he does have 3 home runs in the last 7 days. I like his odds here against Patrick Corbin. The other prop that I like that I'm probably gonna add into some lines today is gonna be Dodgers Nationals starting pitchers. First inning hits allowed over 1.5 TB. Or 1.5 hits allowed. I like this because obviously Patrick Corbin and those first 3 hitters, that 3-headed monster for the Dodgers, Trey Turner, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman is just disgusting. So good odds here for that one as well. 1.5 hits allowed in the first inning. But I like this one. But I'm gonna go Mookie Betts over 1.5 total bases tonight. Just a quick look at his game log. We can see here. I mean, he had a home run last night, over 5 against Washington in that first game. Had a hit here. Home run here, 2 hits here, a home run here, and that's all just since the All-Star break. So starting to see the ball a little bit better. He was kind of slumping heading into the All-Star break, but Mookie Betts is Mookie Betts at the end of the day. So taking the over here on that one. Those are the 3 total player props I have for the MLB slate today right here. Braxton Garrett over 4.5 Ks, Lucas Giolito over 26.5 pitcher fantasy score, and Mookie Betts over 1.5 total bases. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these props. Drop a like on this video, hit the subscribe button, and as always, have a great day.